5 times y plus 3 plus 2 times y plus 7. So you'll notice I've said times because there's an imaginary times symbol here that we don't use in algebra because it looks like an X. So what I've effectively got here is two separate grid methods. So I've got this one and I've got this one. And importantly for that second one, you include the symbol in front, and then you can just add the two grids together once you've done them. So let's have a look at this. So we've got 5 times y plus 3, and we've got 2 times y plus 7. Okay, so let's have a look at that first grid. 5 times y is 5y. 5 times 3, 5 times positive 3 is positive 15. 2 times y is 2y. And 2 times positive 7 is positive 14. So let's just write all of that out in one line now. So I've got 5y, add 15. And I want you to just add the grids together because this was actually positive 2. So we're adding everything together. So add 2y plus 14. I need to get my shapes. Let's have a look at this now. So I'm going to put circles around my y's. And I'm going to put squares around my numbers. So my circles, 5y, add 2y, well that's 7y. And my squares, well that's positive 15 or just 15, add 14, which is 29. So altogether I've got 7y, add 29. Okay, so this question I've got, again, two different grids. So I've got 7 times 2g plus 3, and I've also got negative 5 times g plus 2. Now remember, once we have the answers to those grids, we then just add them together. So my first grid is 7 times 2g plus 3, and my second grid is negative 5, notice how I've put that negative in the grid, times g plus 2. So 7 times 2g, 7 times 2 is 14, so 7 times 2g is 14g. 7 times positive 3 is positive 21. Negative 5 times g is negative 5g. And negative 5 times positive 2, so 5 times 2 is 10, and negative 5 times 2 is negative 10. Okay, let's write all of that out in a row. 14g, add 21, take away 5g, take away 10. So now I need to use my shapes, so I'm going to put circles around my g's. And I'm going to put triangles around my numbers. Doesn't matter what shape you use really. So I've got my circles, which was 14g, take away 5g, which is 9g. And I've got my triangles even. which is positive 21, or just 21, take away 10, which is 11. So altogether I've got 9g, and it's positive 11, so it's add 11. One final example, because this one can get tricky sometimes. So I've got my two grids again. M times A plus 7, and negative A, don't forget put the negative in the grid, times 4 minus 3m. I'm going to do the one in red and the one in blue. Okay, so we've got m times A is MA. And m times positive 7 is positive 7m. Then we've got negative A times 4 is going to be negative 4a. And we've got negative A times negative 3m. So there's a negative 3 times an imaginary 1. So 3 times imaginary 1 is 3. So let's write that to start with. A times m is am. And then a negative times a negative is a positive. Okay, let's write this out in order now. Now, that MA that I had earlier, I'm going to switch it to AM because it's in alphabetical order. So I've got AM plus 7M minus 4A plus 3AM. So I've got, if I use my shapes, I've got some AMs. So I'm going to put squares around those AMs, or rectangles. And I've also got some M's and some A's. Well, these are all different, so that's an M. And that needs a different shape. So the only ones that I can collect are the AMs. Now remember, if there's no number in front, there's an imaginary 1, so that stands for 1am. So 1am. Let's write this out actually. So my rectangles are 1am plus 3am. Well, altogether that's 4am. And then my triangles and my circles, they stay as they are. So altogether I have 4am plus 7m minus 4a. And that's your expression.